Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make chicken shawarma bowls. And these bowls are not only healthy, they're full of fresh flavors. They're made with tender chicken chunks, served over some yellow rice, and drizzled with a delicious and refreshing yogurt sauce. And I've made this recipe for family and friends a few times, and everybody absolutely loved it. Also, I do want to mention that chicken shawarma is also a dish that I would order at this restaurant near my house, but over the years, the quality kind of went down, and I don't know if it was change of ownership or what, but I'm really excited that I can make something really similar right at home. Okay, so first things first, I totally forgot, I need to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. You want to make sure your oven is heating up while you go ahead and prepare the chicken so that it's nice and ready. Okay, so here I have about 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I went ahead and cut into chunks. We're going to season it with a teaspoon of paprika, and then a teaspoon of cumin, and then a teaspoon of sorry guys. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I didn't want to put it on Do Not Disturb because my husband is dropping off my son to camp, and just in case he calls and has any questions, because I usually do all the drop-offs. Anyways, so another teaspoon of turmeric, and this is going to give it that nice bright yellow color. And turmeric's really healthy for you. And then another teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we are also going to season it up with some lemon zest of 1 lemon, about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then we're also going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I also have a grilled version of this, a grilled version of chicken shawarma. I do add a little bit more seasonings just because in the marinade, sometimes it gets lost, the seasonings get lost in the marinade. So if you want to check that out, you can also grill this too, but we are going to bake this up in the oven today. And I have a couple girlfriends that don't like to grill because they think it's a little scary. So this is an easier version. Not easier, but this is a version that you can, salt and pepper. This is a version that you can do if you don't like grilling. Make sure to season it up really, really well with salt, because the salt is what's gonna bring out all those flavors. The spices and the lemon juice and everything, it's gonna be so tasty. All right, I'm going to mix everything up so that everything is well combined. All right, so now that everything is all nice and mixed up, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it to a baking dish that I lined with parchment paper. And I just like to line it with some parchment paper just for easy cleanup. Makes cleaning a breeze. And just go ahead and just spread it all around the baking sheet. I really love this yellow color the turmeric gives, and we are going to be using turmeric for our rice as well. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and then I also have a red onion that I went ahead and sliced up. For the bowls, you could add whatever veggies that you like. You could add fresh tomatoes, you could add fresh cucumbers, you could add lettuce. I chose to keep it really simple just because there are a lot of components. You have the chicken, you have the rice, and you have the yogurt sauce. But what I personally love in these bowls is some roasted onions. So with the onions, I'm going to drizzle, no measuring here. I'm gonna drizzle it with some olive oil, season them up with some salt, and then some pepper. And this is going to be baking at the same time as our chicken. Let's get a little mix. Okay, so I'm going to get these guys in the oven. I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for about 20 minutes. And while I bake this, I'm gonna get going on the rice so that everything will be done at the same time. All right, so I have my pan heated over medium-high heat. I've already added some oil, and I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of basmati rice that I went ahead and rinsed off. I just love cooking with basmati rice just because it's less mushy compared to other rice. And I'm gonna cook this for about 1 to 2 minutes. All right, so now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Going to give that gorgeous yellow color again. And then I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Go ahead and stir that right in. And we're gonna be cooking this in 3 cups of chicken broth. You also wanna make sure to season it up really well with some salt. The first time I made this turmeric rice, my husband said that it looked kind of deceiving because the rice was yellow, so you're expecting a really good flavor. But because I did not season it enough with salt, he said it tasted more on the plainer side. So make sure to season to taste. So we're gonna go ahead and bring everything to a boil. All right, so now that everything has come to a full-on boil, I'm gonna lower the heat all the way down to low. And then I'm going to cover and cook it for 20 minutes until it's nice and tender. Okay, so while the food is cooking, I'm gonna get going on our yogurt sauce. And it's really, really simple. All it is some Greek yogurt, plain whole fat Greek yogurt, and some minced garlic. And normally for this recipe, I wouldn't normally buy a big old container of Greek yogurt. I would just get an individual size. It's about 5.3 ounces, and I would usually get like the Faye brand or the Trader Joe's brand, but make sure it's whole milk, full fat. I did buy this bigger one just because my kids are home for the summer and they love dipping their bread in Greek yogurt. So I'm going to need about a little over half a cup here. And then I'm going to add the minced garlic. This is actually half a clove. And if you really like this yogurt, you can double the recipe. And then I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. You could also add some lemon juice if you want. I used to always add it to my yogurt sauce, but I find that Greek yogurt is already kind of tangy and tart. It doesn't really need it, but if you want to, you could add some lemon juice. And that's all it is. And this is going to give our bowls some nice fresh flavor. Taste for quality control. Perfect. So everything is through cooking and look how delicious it looks. The rice is nice and fluffy, has a pretty yellow hue, and it's perfectly seasoned per my husband. And then I went ahead and hit everything underneath the broiler just for a few minutes to get that nice charred look. I'm so excited to assemble our bowls. So I went ahead and assembled the bowls, but you guys, isn't she a beauty? Oh my goodness, this looks so delicious. Chicken shawarma made right at home. Forget the takeout, guys. All right, you guys, I am super excited. It is time for the taste test. And also, this is great for meal prepping. If you're trying to be healthy and you're wanting to meal prep, this is a great idea. And then also, I did serve this up with turmeric rice, but then my husband also really likes to have it with some flatbread. I love this garlic flatbread from Trader Joe's. It's nice and fluffy. My sons like to make flatbread pizzas by putting some butter, some oregano, and some mozzarella and Parmesan on it. And it's really delicious. Put it in the air fryer, and that's just another summer snack idea. But anyways, let's get to it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go in with some chicken. I'm gonna dip it in the yogurt sauce, get a little bit of onions, and a little rice. Okay, cheers, you guys. I am loving the flavors in this. It is so good. The chicken is nice and seasoned. Well, everything's seasoned, the rice and the onions and the yogurt sauce, but everything is just perfectly seasoned. It is nice and tender. The rice is fluffy. The onions are perfectly roasted, and that yogurt sauce just gives it some fresh flavor. And like I mentioned earlier, I did make this for family and friends, and they all loved it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.